It's another day in paradise in beautiful Las Vegas, and I'm going to fix my microphone. Been a busy morning. I worked out. Hope you all did too. Hang on a second. Let me put my microphone in. Yeah, some days are busy. All right. There we go. All righty. I think that sounds a little better when I do that. Let me just double check here. Hello, everybody.
It would be a resource to any of your listeners.
Okay, here we go.
Bonnie, thank you so much.
Here we go. Can you hear me now?
That sounds okay.
Okay. Here we go. Testing. Come on. Testing. Here we go. Can you hear me now? Okay. Here we go. Testing. Okay, you can hear me. Sorry for that. I don't like that, but sometimes it happens, and not much we can do about things. So anyway, yesterday we had Jimmy on the show. We talked about the stats, and the thing about the stats is we have more inventory. And let me just put this down for one quick second, and put this down and put me over here. Okay. Thanks everybody for your patience. I appreciate it. Anyway, so we talked about the inventory, and the inventory has almost doubled from last year. Not quite, but we're getting there. But we're still selling 130 homes a day. So even though the market's adjusted a little bit, it hasn't adjusted that much. The good thing is we have more listings, and that's not because we're in a recession. The economy, yes, I believe the economy is in a recession, but we're not having a real estate recession. I believe that. And I just, from all the research I do for you all Housing Wire and Tom Ferry and Brad McCallum and all these people that I listen to, the economists from NAR, they all say the same thing. Real estate is not going to slow down. Yes, we're like 5 to 6% in interest, but that's not slowing people down. It's better to take their equity, which is what I was showing you here. Let's see, let me get it back up on the screen here real quick. And we'll put this one down. This is the issue here. Why this market is not in a recession. This is not 2000, 8, 9, 10. This isn't it, right? This is the time to take your equity, buy another house if it's time to downsize, get more bedrooms, get a single story, move to a senior community, buy an investment property. This is the time. And this interest change from October when it was 2+% to now 5+%, people are saying, okay, I'm ready now. So don't think that the market is going to tank. It's just the opposite. People are going to start deciding what they're going to do. And that's the essence of what's going on. People are taking their equity now and buying now. And part of that's because they're not real sure if the interest rates are going to go up. We've assured them, we meaning not me, but the economists assured them that even nationally, we're going to increase in price 9% this year. 9% in the price of our homes are going to continue. So we're going to be looking, we're already at 475, so we're going to be up there. We're going to be close to 500,000 median price by the end of the year, maybe by March, maybe let's say 12 months out. Let's be conservative. So that's what's going on in the marketplace. And so I don't want anybody to get dismayed about this or pull back. This is the time to charge. Why are there still sellers? Because of the equity cash out. Buy while interest is still low, 6%, 5%. It's not high. Yes, it's not yesterday, but we're not yesterday. We're today. And we're thinking about the future. Real estate is not in a recession, even though the rest of the economy is. I truly believe we're in a recession, but not real estate. Home equity has increased an additional $1 trillion since pre-pandemic. In the United States, $1 trillion. Tell this story and stay ahead of the pack of the competitors. That's my message for today. Stay ahead of the pack of competitors who are thinking, I'm going to stop making phone calls. I'm going to cut back on my mailing because the market's going to slow down and I'm going to be stuck with all these additional expenses. No, no, you're wrong. If you're thinking that way, get out of that mindset. And because of that, I want to play Tom Ferry's mindset for yesterday. I think everybody, this is like one of the most important Tom Ferry mindset videos I have listened to, and I recorded it to share with you today. So here we go. Let me get him up here. My friend Tom, and he is my friend. I know him personally. Here we go. Whoops, I solo him. So that.
And either try and get to a place of nothing, which is really hard to do. You need to take your meds. I'm not talking about what Dr. Daniel Amen and I talk about, which is those meds we need for anxiety because we're trying to numb ourselves. I'm saying if you want to make this week, today, the best day of your life, you need to take your meds, which is you need to meditate. You need to take 7, 8, 10, 15, 24 minutes, slow down, calm your brain, and relax and breathe. And either try and get to a place of nothing, which is really hard to do, or at least just the act of being calm for 8, 10, 15, 24 minutes. That's M of your meds. E is you got to exercise, because every time you exercise, when was the last time you went to the gym and said, that was a stupid idea, I feel horrible, I'm never going to do it again? No, every time you go, you stand up a little taller, you feel a little stronger. If it was cardio or weight training or yoga or Pilates, it doesn't make a difference to me, but I know this, movement creates power, movement creates confidence. The fastest way to shift your identity, how you feel about yourself, is to get yourself inside the gym. So that's the E of your meds. D is your diet. You got to eat right. You got to start eating for energy. You got to stop waiting until you're starved and then grabbing something really quick, which is almost always horrible for you. You know it, and I know it. And eat every day as if you're trying to live longer, have a more extraordinary life, have more fun, have more joy. So that's the D. The S, I really have two. One is you got to get sleep. All the studies show that if you can get 7 to 8 hours of sleep, two things happen. You know it from Dr. Daniel Amen. Your mind actually gets washed of all the toxins after 7 hours of sleep a night. Do some Google research on this. It's fascinating. And if you don't, and you don't get enough rest, you know what happens. You're not as sharp. You're not as quick. You lose focus and energy and everything that you need to be highly productive and to be successful. Or worse, you grind it out all day, and by the time you get home, you've got nothing left in the tank for the people that matter most. You got to start going to bed earlier and getting some sleep. But I got another one. The other S is you got to get some supplements. You got to do something. I've never done this before on Mindset Monday, but I'm telling you, you got to do something that gets your energy right. A daily vitamin, something that you're taking that's making sure that it's right for you, right for your blood, right for all the things you want, but you got to get all that extra goodness inside you so you can go out and be at your best. Start taking your meds every day, and every Monday will be extraordinary.
So that is one of my all-time favorites. Everything he said, it's a lot like Brian Buffini with Brian Buffini's 5 things that you need to do. You need to manage your life. And this is kind of, you know, these coaches, they do compete with each other, but they have a different way of saying it. So what Tom resonates with me, I think now, because I've been with Buffini for 20 years and a mentor and whatever, and telling his story over and over. Now I'm learning, or Tom is learning, I'm learning with him how to tell it a different way so that we can reach more people and they can be more successful. And speaking of which, that was the inspiration for me. I mean, helping people. That was the inspiration for me and Jimmy to design and create and produce the Be the CEO of Your Life class. And that's going to be on Thursday. And it always changes because I'm always learning. Jimmy's always learning. But if we focus on a successful mindset and a new set of skills, which we're going to teach you on Thursday, we will grow quickly. Quickly. Yes, you can do it. And if we don't have these 2 factors in place, we will work hard and we will fail. And we don't want you to fail. We don't want to lose our industry. And the only way to maintain this industry, this wonderful real estate profession that we have, is to learn more. and to be relevant in what we're doing and our skill set. That's some of the things you're going to learn on Thursday. So please take the class. And I also want to tell you today that I know I'm moving quickly, but I started late. So one of the things I want to talk about today, let me go back here, is I follow Brad McCallum. Now he's on YouTube. He hasn't been in the business that long. So here's some tips for you all. And this was the name of the class today. So he's had 14,000 views on this one video. And I want everybody to watch it. And then we're going to listen to his career from beginning to end. It's only 5 minutes, so don't panic. I couldn't tell my whole career in 5 minutes, and you might not be able to too, but he's very good. So the other thing I would just want to mention to you that we're going to watch his video and see what I do with it. That's always a good question. Got to go get it, I guess. Oh, yeah, it didn't download. Okay, let me go get his video, his short video. But anyway, let's watch this one first. And while we watch this one, I'll go get the one that he did that got the 14,000 views. So hold please, we'll do that. So this is Tom Ferry interviewing Brad McCallum. And that's how I met Brad, was through Tom Ferry. So let's watch him and listen to him. I think I'll probably solo him so y'all can hear without any interference. And I'll get myself out of the picture. So turn him solo on. And
I guess like social proof that we were the company to go to, right? And then of course, as you level that up, the goal is that it's no longer just transactional on a one-to-one, like, hey, this guy has selling his house in this, X, Y, or Z community. I wanted builders and designers and architects, anyone who did multiple projects in a year, to look at our service and think that, okay, we aren't great marketers. We need a massive platform to get our value proposition, our product out to the world. And so I just look at them as thinking, hey, use us, leverage our platform, the audience that we built for 4 years, to make sure that everyone knows how amazing this product is that you just built in this community.
And for context, it worked.
Yeah.
How much volume did you do in the first year, 18 months?
Yeah, I mean, I would say in the beginning, I felt like an imposter because the agents community were like putting me on stages and podcasts. And I was like, man, I know I'm talking to a lot of people who are doing way more business than me, so I don't think I should get that attention. But
sorry.
Sorry. I'd like to. Could you beat that out?
Yes. That was for me. Sorry.
If you could beat that out.
Yeah, all sorries need to have a boop. Welcome to the Polite Show.
No, but the idea of that is that I think that like agents, if you're not doing something with your marketing that other agents are talking about, then likely your market's not going to be talking about you, because agents are great canaries in the coal mine. Like there's something happening, something coming. So as soon as people start saying like, man, I saw what you did, or you did this thing, or I love those reels, or the short form, or the YouTube, or the community, whatever it might be, it's like, if no one's talking about the marketing that you're doing, it's A, it's definitely not iconic, and B, it's probably not yet moving the needle enough for you.
Yeah. So how much volume did you do in the first 18 months?
Yeah, no, not much in the first. I started, I shouldn't say that. I would say my first full year I did 13 million, and then that kind of hopped up to about 30, and that hopped up to 39, and then 71 million myself last year. And I'm at about 22 on the year this year.
wow.
Yeah.
So I would say that paid off.
Yeah.
You're right. I mean, like anybody else listening, like if you do 13 million your first year and you weren't making cold calls, you weren't knocking on doors, were you holding houses open?
Yeah, like I haven't done an open house for a couple of years now.
I mean, you've been in the business for so long now.
Yeah.
75% of my career now, I've not done open houses. Just the last 3 years.
But when people will say like, they're like, oh yeah, but how do you, oh my gosh, like how, it's usually someone who doesn't have the business that you have, that would like to have the business that you have, saying, I don't know how you have time for it.
Yeah.
And I'm always just like, well, it's because you're prospecting. I don't prospect. Like, why would, I'm not ever approaching people. Like, if the phone's not ringing, I go back and work on my brand.
Right.
All right. I don't go and make out by Kellis.
Yeah. Love it. Okay, so I'm going to go to
I needed to find a platform that would leverage it long term. Like I couldn't just get the home sold and that be the return on the investment. Otherwise, it likely didn't justify so much of an upfront investment. It had to be something that was building like a catalog or basically I guess like social proof that we were the company to go to, right? And then of course, as you level that up, the goal is that it's no longer just transactional on a one-to-one, like, hey, this guy has selling his house in this, X, Y, or Z community. I wanted builders and designers and architects, anyone who did multiple projects in a year, to look at our service and think that, okay, we aren't great marketers. We need a massive platform to get our value proposition, our product out to the world. And so I just look at them as thinking, hey, use us, leverage our platform, the audience that we built for 4 years, to make sure that everyone knows how amazing this product is that you just built in this community.
And for context, it worked.
Yeah.
How much volume did you do in the first year, 18 months?
Yeah, I mean, I would say in the beginning, I felt like an imposter because the agents community were like putting me on stages and podcasts. And I was like, man, I know I'm talking to a lot of people who are doing way more business than me, so I don't think I should get that attention. But
sorry.
Sorry. I'd like to. Could you beat that out?
Yes. That was for me. Sorry.
If you could beat that out.
Yeah, all sorries need to have a boop. Welcome to the Polite Show.
No, but the idea of that is that I think that like agents, if you're not doing something with your marketing that other agents are talking about, then likely your market's not going to be talking about you, because agents are great canaries in the coal mine. Like there's something happening, something coming. So as soon as people start saying like, man, I saw what you did, or you did this thing, or I love those reels, or the short form, or the YouTube, or the community, whatever it might be, it's like if no one's talking about the marketing that you're doing, it's A, it's definitely not iconic, and B, it's probably not yet moving the needle enough for you.
Yeah. So how much volume did you do in the first 18 months?
Yeah, no, not much in the first. I started, I shouldn't say that. I would say my first full year I did 13 million, and then that kind of hopped up to about 30, and that hopped up to 39, and then 71 million myself last year. And I'm at about 22 on the year this year.
Wow.
Yeah. So I would say that paid off.
Yeah.
You're right. I mean, like anybody else listening, like if you do 13 million your first year and you weren't making cold calls, you weren't knocking on doors, were you holding houses open?
Yeah, like I haven't done an open house for a couple of years now.
I mean, you've been in the business for so long now.
Yeah.
75% of my career now, I've not done open houses. Just the last 3 years.
But when people will say like, they're like, oh yeah, but how do you, oh my gosh, like how it's usually someone who doesn't have the business that you have, that would like to have the business that you have, saying, I don't know how you have time for it. Yeah. And I'm always just like, well, it's because you're prospecting. I don't prospect. Like, why would, I'm not ever approaching people. Like, if the phone's not ringing, I go back and work on my brand.
Right.
All right. I don't go and make out Brad McCallum.
Yeah. Love it. Okay. So I'm going to go to...
Oh, here we go. All right. So he did, let's hide him. So he utilized a free platform, which is YouTube. And I'm going to show you one of his latest videos. And you understand that he was new in the business, and his first 18 months, 13 million times 3% or 2.5% or 2% isn't bad. 260,000 a year, that's not bad. And then the second year he jumped up to 30 million. And then a third year, 39 million. And then 71 million. And this year, which is just 4 months in, he's 22 million. I mean, if you don't think this stuff works, and he said something really key, and that is that he knew if he kept consistently doing videos and getting better and getting the product out there, the people would come. If he didn't get enough views or subscribes and things like that, he didn't stop. He kept going, knowing, even believing. That's the thing. He believed that this methodology of his would work because he saw it work for other people. And he just became this character. And over time, he became Brad McCallum. And He's got, let's see, 14,000 views on the video I'm going to show you, and 28,000 subscribers in just 4 years, everybody. And he's in Calgary. Calgary's not that big of a place. And for him to capture the market like that, just from being consistent and always improving and taking these videos, you get the Matterports, you get the, you can do your own video, and here's what's missing that I know Panoramic now has added to their platform is voiceover. And you can start there if you want to, but you've got to start somewhere with videos and get them out. So anyway, I digress because I preach. I know. So let's see if we can't watch this one. So this is the video, his most recent video, but this will give you an idea. And I already put it up to Rev to get a transcript of it, which I'll post in the group. And just to see how he flows through the house. Maybe just practice his script and with a house. I mean, it doesn't have to be the same house, but just to get a feel for it. I don't know. That's maybe I don't know. I would do that, but maybe you wouldn't. But anyway, let's watch this.
Today's tour features one of the trendiest homes that I've ever seen outside of the inner city, right here in Calgary's new urbanist community of Alpine Park. Hey, we're back in Alpine Park and we are showcasing more of these incredible show homes. There's so much buzz and excitement and flurry of activity going around this community. You can see behind me, the guys are out framing. So many properties are going up, and it's because it's got so many fresh new ideas. And one of those properties is this one right here, built by Calbridge. It's got those inner city vibes. Let's go check it out. How surprising is the interior of the Vista? This has those inner city vibes that we were talking about, modern and almost surprising to find in a suburban community. But keep in mind, we're in Alpine Park. So those old ideas of what you might expect don't apply here. With the tree-lined streets, the parks, the village center coming in, and floor plans like this, I think you're gonna be surprised in a good way about what you'll find. So getting the tour started right here on the main floor, at the front of the home, you'll find this living room here. What I like about it is that it doesn't feel too cramped in here. Plenty of room for entertaining and lots of natural light coming in from outside. We're gonna take the tour over here into the kitchen. It's a central kitchen, and the first thing that you're gonna notice is that they've made some bold design choices, and I love that. I mean, just take a look at this sweater, am I right? Here's what I like about this kitchen. You've got cabinets that go all the way up to the ceiling, plus that matte black finish on them, super sleek, ultra modern, and a few other cool decisions like this long horizontal window that functions as your backsplash. It lets so much more natural light into the center of this design. I think that Calbridge absolutely nailed this one out of the park. As you step through the kitchen towards the back of the home and that access to your double car garage outside, you've got this great little butler's pantry here. And you can make this as like a bit of a coffee station if you wanted to. You can also keep extra pots and pans and everything there. It's cool. Nice little mudroom off of that rear yard. So there's a second way to enter into that yard, and that's through this dedicated dining room space. I mean, sure, you could use this as another little nook area if you wanted, but remember, there's that third floor upstairs that I can't wait to show you. I think this works great as a dining room. So if you're not a big fan of maintaining yards, this one is just about perfect. Enough room to entertain, have a little space for the family and the kids and the pets, plus you're only steps away to your double car garage. Cool feature about Alpine Park is that all of the back alleys are paved, and that means that cars and traffic aren't out on the main roads nearly as much, making it safer for your kids to play. The half bath, it's nicely tucked away just a few steps down, and we're about to take you up to the second floor here. One of the coolest features though that you'll find is this. This is a partition that they put into the show home. Likely an optional feature, but I would definitely do it if I was building this home.
because it makes such a statement. So before we take you into that primary bedroom suite, which I love, I'm going to mention this hallway for one quick second here. Because of that third floor and this bit of a gap between the floors, it allows light to cascade down all the way to the main, making this hallway feel nice and spacious. I absolutely love the light that pours into this primary bedroom suite. There's tons of room in here too. You've got room for a king-size bed, plenty of room for more furniture, a large walk-in closet, and a really hip and fashionable ensuite. Yeah, there's just a surprising amount of space in here. 5 pieces with those dual vanities. I mean, it's got everything you need. So here's a thoughtful design. Keep the laundry room opposite the other 2 bedrooms, because if you've got young kids or babies sleeping, you don't want them waking up when you're running a load. Okay, at the back of the house, you've got these 2 sizable bedrooms, both once again with really large windows. I love that. It's great for a family. And the bathroom, the 4-piece, it's located just off the hall. As the McCallum Group, being able to partner with Alpine Park has been an absolute privilege, because we are showcasing some of the newest and freshest ideas in community design and even floor plans like we have right here. Each of the show homes that we've taken you into so far in this series has something that makes them unique. And in this Calbridge design, in the Vista, this is the optional 3rd floor plan, and I'm telling you, if you're considering building or buying this property, I would go with this option. A room like this, you could do so much. It could be a home gym, a family room, maybe even a home office, and all of it steps out onto a massive deck that enjoys huge views of the Rockies and even downtown. Hey, so if you're wondering how you could get more information about this incredible community, all you gotta do is give me, Brad McCallum with the McCallum Group, a call, text, or an email, and we can get that right to you. Check out alpinepark.ca for more information on this community, as well as Calbridge and all of our builders. You can always come down and visit the show homes in person. Interested in seeing inside more great Alpine Park show homes? Well, guess what? We got a playlist right here you can check out. And if you never want to miss another one of our videos, you know what to do. Subscribe.
So I think that he has grown, believe me, in 3 to 4 years, but you can learn a lot from him. And again, I'm going to give you the transcript, and maybe you can, just try scripting yourself over and over and over again till you kind of get, the flow of things, because I know he does that. He has an outline of how he does his videos, and he learned how to do that over time. So you can just kind of copy him. Anyway, mindset. You have to have the mindset. You have to believe that this is going to work, and you have to have the skill set, meaning, and skills can be learned. We all look how we look, we sound how we sound. Get over all of that and just develop the skill to do videos. Now, in the beginning, his wife used an iPhone, and he went through the properties. Now, after 3 some years, and after the money that he's made, he could afford a videographer, and you could tell that the video has been edited. So he's not doing them live, and but he's getting traction. 28,000 subscribers. His business has jumped from the first 18 months, 13 million, to now 18 months, 13 million. 4 months this year, 22 million. So, that's and he's in his 4th year. So it works, everybody. I just plead and plead and plead for you to get out there and do these kinds of videos. I know Serena Anderson is doing it, and she's doing an excellent job. Serena, congratulations. I know Annetta's out there doing it, and Claudia, you're doing it, and so many people are doing it. So don't be left behind. We all get in this mindless hyperactivity. Stop. Get in that mindset. That's why I wanted you to see The Mindset by Tom Ferry. You've got to get your life in order first. Your life in order first, your personal finances in order first. And when those things are at your fingertips, and you're doing the same routine every day, getting enough sleep, eating the right foods, exercising, taking care of yourself, and then you have your personal financial, your budget done. Now you're taking care of your financial life and your family. And then you can concentrate on your business with a mindset and a skill set to avoid that hyperactivity that people get into. And you can start balancing your life. And that's what it's all about, right? We want to balance our life. And we want to believe in the market. That's why I showed you the equity, and this little, I'll bring it up one more time here quickly. Come on. Where'd it go? Is it here? Is it here? Is it here? Yes, here it is. Look at this, everybody. This is what you have. This is if you get in the right state of mind and you believe in this, okay, then you can create your strategies. You got to be able to tell the story, and the story is, how you feel about the market. That's the story. How do you feel about the future? How do you feel about what's in front of everybody today? That's what you have to get your head around. And many of you are, and I applaud you all. I know, Tammy, you're out there, and I love you to death, and you are just doing everything the way you are doing it. Larissa, you're doing it. Aaron Mills is doing it. I see so many agents stepping up to the plate for social media and video. And once you get video down, then you can go out to the world, to YouTube, all these free platforms that are available to us. We're going to talk about video probably most of the year. I'm going to feature things that you can do, ideas, because somebody's style, somebody's imagination is going to hit you, and you're going to say, oh, I can do it that way. And if you love what you're copying, what I found is if I'm copying what somebody else did, like Brian Buffini, like Tom Ferry, I have confidence because they're successful. So follow somebody that you really believe in, and then you will be able to create yourself with enthusiasm and self-esteem and confidence. And we've got a great market here, everybody. I'll say for the next 2 years anyway. I don't want to predict more than that. I'm not a soothsayer. I don't have a crystal ball. But don't look behind you in 2 years and say, why didn't I do it? I love you all. Have a beautiful day. Please comment. Tammy, thank you for commenting yesterday. Frank, thank you for commenting today. That's what I've seen. I love you all, and I want you all to succeed. Please come to our class. You're going to learn some things about, let me hide this for a second. If you come to our class, we teach you the mindset. Get in the mindset. Jimmy's great at that. I teach you some tactics and strategies, and probably things you haven't thought of, probably things you haven't realized are right at your fingertips that you can create your strategies around. And then we talk about, how do you set up your business? How do you set it up? You have the financial leg, you have the customer service leg, and you have the marketing leg. And we're going to go over all of those three legs of your business. And Jimmy's great when it comes to how do you create a time? How do you create your time? How do you block your time? And he's going to go through the steps, and he's awesome at it. And I think between the two of us, you're going to enjoy these 3 hours, whether you need the CEO credits or not. It's general. Just come and learn. The more you learn, the more you earn. And like Jimmy says, invest in you. An investment in knowledge pays the best interest. Please subscribe to me on YouTube. Please comment, please share, and I will see you tomorrow, everybody. Have a great, great Tuesday.